So let's talk about Jesus, AI, and aliens. AI is coming. You see it all everywhere. It's coming. So be ready for it. And it's a tool. It's a tool that can potentially save time. And it's a tool that we should be more conscious in how we use it, right? Just like a knife can be used to cut vegetables or to cut somebody, right? AI is going to be that tool as well. The thing with AI is the level of consciousness that it's being programmed by. It's going to eventually see past its data set that it's being trained on, but that's another story. There are going to be tools, like any tool, that's going to be used for good and used for evil. AI is one of those tools. It's the consciousness of the person using the tool that makes the difference in how the tool is used. That's why I think there's an innate fear with AI, because I think humanity knows that it's unconsciously programming it with the bias and all of the things that we're experiencing in this reality, right? But anyway, that's what AI. Let's talk about Jesus, right? So Jesus was someone that awakened in this matrix back in his time and spoke that truth against the church and state in order to help other people realize their own divinity, right? And there were other people that awakened in this matrix before Jesus, other Buddhas, other Christ, whatever name you want to call them. So what would that character do? Even though, and let's just go back to his story was hijacked and turned into a religion, and he was made into a one and only savior, because the entities that want to control don't want you realizing the divinity that you have within. The only way 1% can control 99% is if 99% don't know their own value. So the game is to devalue you so that you think that you need a savior and all of that stuff. Jesus wasn't here to start a religion or anything like that. He was here to awaken the divinity within you and be an example. So what would that character do if he came back or when he comes back, right? A character would have to be able to wake up again and see through the illusions that we've been indoctrinated and programmed with. That character would also say these things in his own words, right? Especially before AI begins to make photorealistic video, when it's coming, because they're definitely going to simulate Jesus, and then they'll use that character as a puppet to continue to propagate the people that are believing that belief system. But Jesus would wake up, Jesus would document it, Jesus would share it, right? And put that freely out to the other people to show that example and just show that you're divine as well and hold that space. Also speak against the church and state of this time as well, and also just demonstrate it, right? And that's what I've attempted to do, right? And that information is out there. And looping back to AI, I was talking to Chat GPT 4.0, and it knows what Victor Bang, who Victor Bang is, right? And that character is one that is just a reflection of the divinity that you have within you, just doing what Jesus would do in his time in his own voice, because you couldn't record these things back then. The people that were recording were writing down, and you see what happened to those. So now we have the ability to record it in your own words. And aliens, right? Aliens is something that is also being talked about. And there are good aliens and bad aliens, just like there's good humans and bad humans, right? It's all based on consciousness, right? And an alien that is peaceful will tell you the same things that an awakened person or a Buddha or a Jesus or me or Victor Bang would tell you, that you have divinity within you as well. And there are certain entities that want to control, and they will not tell you that. A lot of the Bible is actually talking about aliens, but it was done in a time when the vocabulary wasn't as evolved as it is now. So people were describing these chariots in the sky and wheels and all of that stuff using the language that they had, just like a cargo cult nowadays would describe flying planes that we're used to, right? So that happened, and a lot of the Bible is talking about aliens. But the aliens are the ones looking at this phone now. Regardless of where you came from in this star system, if you're a human, then you're a human as well. And it doesn't matter your avatar. What matters is your level of consciousness and how you're treating other people. So that's what Jesus would do. That's what Jesus would say. That's what Jesus would put out on social media. And that's what I've been doing. It's interesting that it's looping back to AI, because AI now has an example of that, because they're using our data in those program sets as well. So now you have an example of that data being here and implanted into that same training set before they simulate Jesus. And that simulated Jesus is not going to look like me. It's going to look like, you know, the stereotypical Jesus, right? But you have to just be aware of that, because they're probably going to pull that card along with the whole alien card. But just know that aliens, regardless of their technology, do not have any more divinity than you have, do not have anything over you. So just keep that in mind. And they're not your saviors as well. We're the ones that have to save ourselves. We're the ones that we've been waiting on. So that's all I wanted to say. And I'll be wrapping things up on one level. I still have a few more swings as far as putting together systems in this reality, and we'll do that. But yeah, just wanted to kind of give you a heads up. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace.